right, if you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of January 2018? Let's tune in and find out. So I'm laughing, Aquarians, because I just see you like moving, rocking and rolling, having it happen, just moving really, really fast through a lot of things, especially paperwork. I just see you moving through paperwork, working through things like a storm, just getting things done. And in spite of, whatever else may have happened, there's just this forward momentum now that's available for you. And you're really being asked to kind of like just enjoy it. Enjoy the vigor, enjoy the amount of work that you have to do, because you can really get through it quickly. So it's really exciting, and exciting. It's always exciting to get things done, right? So that's the good news. All right, so let's look. We're going to start actually the new year, January, with a full moon in Cancer on January 1st. So let's see how that might affect you guys. It's going to give you the sense of peace and security that you've been looking for. Anything that was kind of holding you back or slowing you down, that weighted feeling, and whether it was your own precaution or fears that you might have had, they're being released, and everything comes to the surface. So it's almost like you were underwater and, fighting or struggling, and now you're released, and you can see, what you need to do, and all the fears, recede, and there's just this, this excitement. And so things actually are going to come in for you that you've been wanting for a long time. I see some of you signing contracts, opportunities. Some of you may be starting construction on a property or remodel that was of interest to you. Some of you may get engaged or decide that you are making somebody a boyfriend-girlfriend sort of situation or partnership situation this month. So there's this new energy that it makes you feel happy, and it's not hard. It's really easy, really natural, and it feels like it's about time. So amazing. Oh, great new energy that you're starting this new year with. Okay, let's move into area of relationship. Since we're touching a little bit on some of you possibly having romance in your life, let's start with those of you that are already connected, already in a romantic relationship. Let's see what's in store for you for January. So you want to have some patience with each other, just because there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of things can happen, and that you want to go off and run with it, and then you may find out that your partner wants to make some changes along the way, or all of a sudden has a different idea, or you discover that what he's been saying and you've been saying have been two different things, and it's like, oh, that's what you meant, that's not what I meant. So there's going to be some discussion or some clear understanding now about what you've been communicating about. So you may not even be aware until you start to move into this process that there is problems with communication until it shows up. And then you go, oh, that's what you meant. I had no idea. So you want to be able to, the good news is you're going to have clear communication. So this is why it's coming up, because now you're recognizing that you haven't been communicating, and this problem is going to be resolved. It feels rather quickly, and it's just a matter of listening to the other person, taking in consideration, and not being too quick to judge or too quick to poo-poo them, or that it's, your way's the better way. And not saying that it's not, but just you want to be able to give them some room to say what they need. And then in doing that, I feel like you're going to actually be excited about their vision too. And it does feel like it's something that can be incorporated with what you're already doing or with what your mindset was. So I feel like if you're willing to kind of not get upset, that there's some good information that can come out of this communication with one another. Okay? Okay, and as far as romance, let's see for you guys. it just feels around January 16th, the middle of the month, it just feels like there's this really sweet kind of tickling energy that you have with each other. Just comfortable and connected and close. And I like it a lot. And I think the two of you will really enjoy spending the time together. So you might have a short holiday or an opportunity to get away, or even just kind of, pull the shades down and have it just be the two of you. It feels like around that time there would be a really sweet connection. And sorry, I'm just getting over the flu. There's a new moon in Capricorn, January 16th. And that new moon, it really feels like for you guys, it's new beginnings, and it's an exciting period, and that's why spending some time together around that new moon on the 16th feels really important, and it feels really, really sweet. So I like the energy. It's cozy, it's sweet, it's comfortable for you as in your romance with one another. Okay. And for those of you who are looking for love, let's see what January has in store for you, Aquarians. Oh, absolutely. It's up to you. You have the key. All you have to do is unlock it, meaning go for it. If there's somebody that you're interested in, let them know. If there's I feel like it's time. I feel like your heart is open. It will be open this month. And I also feel like this person isn't like the other ones. They're different, they're unique, they're special, and there's a lot of compatibility with you, and it's simple, and it's no nonsense. So I don't think you need to be concerned about the worries that you've had in the past. And the biggest thing is you'll have an opportunity to clear communication so that you can set it up the way that you want it. And for those of you that aren't ready to settle down, that's fine. Then just make it known that you're not into that, right? And then that way it will minimize any hurt feelings or you looking like the bad person, right? So it's okay to get what you want, but you just have to make sure that people around you are informed, and that will minimize any upset. Okay, so let's look at money and career for you guys. You have an opportunity to get what you want. I feel like some things have been lining up for you, and you're going to be able to pull the trigger around that new moon, middle of January, to be and aim high. Really go for it. All the planets are direct. And so there's nothing stopping anybody, so it's really, this is the time for us to get going and get moving. And I feel like career, there's just this huge doors and opportunities, and people are ready, even people that you thought maybe they're not gonna pay attention to me, or you have them up here, that's good. Fine, glad you have them up there. Then you belong up there too. So go for it. Just make sure that, you're in alignment with what it is you're going for, right? You want to make sure, do I really want this? Because you're likely to get it. Okay, so I really want you to be able to really plan it out and then be able to take the steps towards it. And no fear, right? Just, I know you guys are pretty much fearless anyway, but where you can get into trouble is not getting it buttoned down, right? It's like you can go for it, but then you find yourself in overwhelm because you took off too big a chunk, right? You have this big appetite and you went for it all at once, maybe instead of in stages, or you weren't prepared for them to say yes, and then you didn't have everything in order to get going. So just make sure if they say yes that you've got, you're ready to go. That's the big thing. Okay. All right. I know not a problem that most people think about because they're usually expecting the no, but you guys expect the yes. So we want to make sure that your backup plan is ready to go. And I don't mean backup plan. I mean, that all your ducks are in a row so you can get moving when the agreements are made, because I really feel like you're going to take off. Okay, let's see anything about money. I think money will be there. Money, for whatever it is that you need, whether it's a business plan, whether it's a financier, a new banker. There may be some adjustments from last year. You know, things may have gotten more expensive, money may have gotten more expensive, your rent may have gone up. You know, you may be dealing with some new expenses that you're a little anxious about within your organization. Maybe one of your key employees asked for a raise, or you yourself gave yourself a raise, or you need one because of, you know, expenses or whatever. But I feel like your income, what's coming in, is gonna offset those expenses. So higher expenses, but I also feel like the money will be there to offset them. Okay. Okay, let's see anything about your health. Your lungs can be a little sensitive this month, and that might be from it feels just old, and some of you for skin issues. Some of you may have some skin issues coming up as well. So lungs and skin seem to be the two things. And excuse me. Pace yourself in this busy month. Take your time. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. You know, and in terms of, you know what your body needs, and if you don't, there's a lot of resources really close to you, or you can delegate somebody to do it for you and get it to you. Because I do feel like everything that you need, you're like at Command Central, it's all right there for your health. So you just have to make it a priority and get into it and take care of you. Okay, let's see if there's anything unexpected for you guys for the month. Yeah, nice. I just see unexpected money, like contracts coming in and unexpected money, like not expecting things to go so well. So I even feel like people who may have owed you may come back around and pay you. I feel like it feels like money coming in, and it feels unexpected. Like, wow, who knew that deal was gonna fly? Or wow, who knew that my, you know, ex-brother-in-law would ever pay me back? Like that kind of stuff. It's like, what a shock. Or who knew that friend from 3 years ago actually just sent me the $5,000 that they borrowed from me out of the blue, right? So I feel like people are cleaning up their debts with you, and it's unexpected, and it's very much welcome. So it's really good energy. We also have the very end of the month, January 31st, a total lunar eclipse in Leo. Okay, and this is coupled with you guys, the Leo and Aquarius. So this is, I think it's the second one in this series, and it's just starting with these eclipses. So the 2 weeks later, you're going to have a new moon partial solar eclipse in your sign in Aquarius in February, right? So, but January 31st, this total lunar eclipse in Leo. So this is, remember, eclipses are designed to thrust us out into the world, and they break things down. They're endings and beginnings. So if you're not being proactive in your own life, you're going to get kicked, right? Some of you may get fired if you haven't left a job that you've overstayed your welcome at, and you've been hating it forever. You know what? You could be fired at the end of the month. It's going to be a blessing in disguise. You know, it's just going to push you into doing what you should have been doing anyway yourself. So if I'm talking to you, you should get your resume ready, and you should start to go look and be proactive so that you leave on your terms instead of somebody else's terms, okay? So there's this unexpected movement, and I really feel like it's in career, and I do feel like you're thrust. And some of you may be thrust unexpectedly into the limelight in a positive way. It may be a feather in your hat. It may be an award that you win for yourself or for someone, a client that you represent. So I feel like there's this great opportunity for you to be seen and heard, and you can. It's a group energy too, because I feel like you can bring people with you. So whatever the success is, it feels like it could have been a group effort or a connection through groups or organizations that you're affiliated with. But it does feel like it's a very rewarding. Can be rewarding, even if it's negative, even if you're being asked to leave a corporation or resign, or because it does feel like it's more in your career than other areas of your life. It is thrusting you into a new beginning, and it is good. It absolutely is good. Okay, you guys, even with that little thing at the end that's unexpected, it's ultimately going to be good. And it may be good right away out of the gates, especially if you've been proactive in your life. This is going to be a good thing for you. So Aquarians, you have a great month to get going. I see nothing but green lights the whole way. A little caution, around, it feels like maybe in that second week or so. And that feels cautious, feels more around my health, like don't overdo it, take care of yourself. And then, but I just see nothing but green lights and money. So prosperity, abundance, fellowship, friends. Really feels like a fun filled month, but it's in your work area, especially like a lot of work, a lot of busyness, but it's fun and I feel like it's happening. All right, Aquarians, have an amazing month. Again, I'm sorry that I'm not up to par this month in terms of how I sound. But thank you anyway for watching my star signs. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends. I wish you all the most wonderful, happy new year and the most prosperity and blessings 2018 has to offer. And please feel free to comment below. And like I said, share it with your friends. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month.